Today, we're going to peel back the layers on one of the internet's absolute favorite animals, the red panda. Because behind that adorable, awe-inducing face, there's a wild story of mistaken identity, ancient history, and a really tough fight for survival. So let's get into it.
So, close your eyes for a second. When I say wild animal, what's the first thing that pops into your head? Probably something big, right?
Something fierce, something powerful that makes you take a step back. A lion, a tiger, a bear. You get the idea.
But let's be real, the wild has a completely different side. A much, much cuter side. The side that literally floods our social media feeds with creatures that are just impossibly adorable. And that's really our jumping-off point today. The idea that the wild isn't just about sharp teeth and claws. It's also home to some of the most charming creatures you could ever imagine.
I think this quote from the Times of India just nails it. We're so conditioned to think of wild as dangerous. But then you see one of these little guys, and you just can't help but stare.
I mean, look at the fennec fox. Those ears are just unbelievable. They're like these giant satellites on a tiny little head. It's almost too cute to be real.
Or how about the quokka? You know, the one they call the happiest animal in the world? It literally looks like it's smiling for a selfie all the time. And you can't forget the sea otter, just floating around, being all playful. But there is one creature that kind of reigns supreme in the cuteness kingdom, and that's who we're here to talk about.
Okay, so let's finally meet the star of our show. The one, the only, Red Panda. The phrase walking teddy bear is just perfect, isn't it? It completely captures that fluffy, cuddly vibe. But if you think that's the whole story, well, you're in for a few surprises.
Because get this, its scientific name tells a totally different tale. Its genus, Ailurus, actually comes from an ancient Greek word that means cat. Wait, what? So is it a bear or is it a cat? Well, the crazy answer is, it's neither.
And this is where we start to unravel the true identity of this amazing animal. Because it is so much more than just a panda.
Okay, let's get the biggest misconception out of the way right now. Despite the name, the red panda is not a close relative of the giant panda. Not even a little bit. Giant pandas are actual bears, in the bear family, Ursidae. Red pandas, they're in a league of their own, the last living members of a family called Ailuridae.
This is what makes the red panda so incredibly special. If you look at its broader family tree, its closest living relatives are raccoons, weasels, and, you might want to sit down for this, skunks. Yep, this cute little fluff ball is the last survivor of its entire ancient lineage.
And the plot thickens. Turns out, we've learned there isn't just one type of red panda. There are two distinct subspecies, the Himalayan and the Chinese. You can see they have some subtle differences, like the Himalayan one has a wider face. But the really wild part is that genetically, they split off from each other about 250,000 years ago. All of this deep, ancient history makes the red panda a fascinating evolutionary puzzle. We're not just looking at a cute animal, we're looking at a true living fossil. Just check out this timeline for a second. The red panda's family didn't even start in Asia. It began in Europe 25 million years ago. Its ancestors were all over the place, including some that were the size of a puma. The little guy we see today is just the last highly specialized bamboo-eating branch of this massive, ancient family tree.
So, that begs the question. If they aren't related, why do red pandas and giant pandas look kinda similar and both eat bamboo? The answer is a super cool concept called convergent evolution. Both of them, completely independently, evolved a false thumb, which is really a modified wrist bone, to help them grip bamboo stalks. It's like nature solving the same problem twice in two totally different ways.
But here's where the story takes a really serious turn. This incredibly unique, one-of-a-kind animal is in serious trouble. The red panda is now an endangered icon.
This number, it's just heartbreaking. It's estimated there are fewer than 10,000 red pandas left in the entire world. To put that in perspective, that's less than the number of people that might fit in a small sports arena. And the population is still going down. So what's going on? Well, it's a perfect storm, really. First, their forest homes are literally disappearing due to logging and development. What's left of the forest is being broken up into tiny islands, which makes it really hard for them to find food and mates. And on top of all that, they're illegally hunted for their beautiful fur. But it's not all doom and gloom. There's hope, and people are fighting hard for them.
Hunting is illegal everywhere. Awesome community programs in places like Nepal are helping local people become guardians of the forests. Plus, zoos all over the world are working together on breeding programs to create a genetic safety net.
Which, believe it or not, brings us right back to where we started, their cuteness. Because as it turns out, being adorable actually has a huge role to play in their survival.
Let's face it, their incredible cuteness is what gets our attention. It makes us care. It makes them a powerful symbol for conservation. But here's the tough question we have to ask ourselves. Is just thinking they're cute enough? Is our awe powerful enough to stop a bulldozer or a poacher? That's the real challenge. Is our admiration enough to actually save them?